Hi, my name is Madeline, and I am a senior biology student here at Carroll. And today I will be presenting my project titled Environmental and Socioeconomic Factors in Predicting Risk of West Nile Virus in Montana. So this project kind of starts back in the summer. Carroll College has been involved in West Nile virus surveillance for many years. West Nile virus is a vector-borne disease with prevalence within the state of Montana. Predicting the patterns of this disease by assessing risk related to socioeconomic factors allows further control and prevention of West Nile virus. The primary goal of that research is to identify where mosquitoes test positive for West Nile virus, then report this back to the state so those areas can take the appropriate precautions to prevent the disease from spreading to equines and humans. I have taken part in that study for 2 summers and plan to do a third summer. And the project has provided ecological predictions of the spatial prevalence of the disease. The purpose of my particular study shared here was to identify environmental and socioeconomic factors associated with the risk of West Nile virus in the state of Montana. Prior evidence indicates that socioeconomic factors may allow for a better prediction of virus prevalence. As you can see in figure 1, this is a picture of one of the traps we use. It attaches to a carbon dioxide tank, which is what attracts the mosquitoes into them. And for the methods, the first thing I did in this project was to find and read peer-reviewed journal articles that studied socioeconomic factors in predicting disease prevalence. From these studies, I made a list of socioeconomic variables that had been identified as statistically significant in disease risk in states other than Montana. With this information, I performed a simple regression between the human incidence of West Nile virus in Montana and each of the potential variables using Microsoft Excel. The Y variable was human incidence, and the X variables were the socioeconomic independent variables. In this initial simple regression, I analyzed 35 independent variables. Some examples of the independent variables are population density, percent married couple families, total vacant housing units, and the percent below poverty level. The purpose of conducting a simple regression was to obtain the significance F and the R squared to determine which variables had a significant relationship with human incidence, so a multiple regression model could be built. 5 of the 35 variables were found to have a significant relationship with human incidence. The significant variables were population density, percent non-family households, household living alone, age 65 years and older, population 25 years and over with a bachelor's degree, percent below poverty level 65 years and older, and the number of vacant houses. Table 1 shows the results of these significant variables from the simple regression. Then each of the variables were tested using a stepwise multiple regression model. The software program R was used to build and run the multiple regression model. Moving on to the results. The results of the stepwise regression model indicated that the variable percent below poverty level 65 years and older was significant. Figure 2 is a map that is organized by county that depicts the human incidence of West Nile virus. Figure 3 is a map of Montana that is the risk model based on ecological factors. These are the models that have been created throughout the many years of West Nile virus surveillance project here at Carroll. The model used to get this conclusion was human incidence equals West Nile virus plus population of elderly. The results of this multiple regression model can be seen in Table 2. Figure 4 is a map that shows the spatial organization of the percent below poverty level of individuals aged 65 years and older. As you can see, all of the maps depict higher West Nile virus risk, human incidence, and the largest population of elderly and poverty in the eastern areas of Montana. To conclude, evidence suggests that environmental factors, as well as the percent of impoverished individuals over the age of 65, are significant in predicting the risk of West Nile virus in the state of Montana. According to the stepwise multiple regression output, the incidence of West Nile virus is best explained by ecological factors and the percent of the population 65 years and older that live in poverty factor. The other factors found to be associated with human incidence, but ultimately were excluded from the regression model due to collinearity, were the number of vacant houses, population density, the percent of individuals with a bachelor's degree who are also over the age of 25, and the percent of individuals over the age of 65 living in a non-family home. Future studies should investigate the variables that were found to be significant at the simple regression levels as socioeconomics evolve in this state. Figure 5 is just an image of two mosquitoes under the microscope. The one on the right is the Culex tarsalis, which is known to carry West Nile virus. The one on the left is just a non-target mosquito. I would like to thank my research advisor, Dr. Hokett, for all of the help and guidance he provided me in doing this project. And thank you for listening to my presentation.